Hello everyone, and today I'm going to be looking at all of my art that I've made in the past year. Now, some of you may not know this, but I am also an artist. Aside from doing YouTube, I also post drawings that I make. I do digital, and I used to do traditional, and I basically post those on some of my social media accounts. So if you're here from one of those sites, welcome, and yeah, we're going to be checking some of that stuff out today. So let me just go down. I'm going to start at the bottom. So this is going to be exactly 1 year ago. Okay, this is where I start. And so this is going to be year 2. I believe I'll put that in the title, but this is my second year of doing art. I did art in 2021 and 2022, and I did like a whole year of art, and this is the first one I did for the start of the second year. So April 22nd, 2022, yep, that's a year ago. And this is my first piece. It's Daisy. The very first drawing I ever posted was Daisy, so you know, it's kind of what I do on the anniversary. It's kind of just a tradition at this point. And even today, if you check it out, I have new Daisy art that came out today, or when the day that this video came out, so I'll make sure to throw it up on screen right now, and woo, look at that. Yeah, that looks great. Even though it's not done yet, and I have no clue what it looks like as of the time I'm recording this, but yeah, so it's my first one, and considering it was done a year ago, not bad. And yeah, I like this one. Let's see what we got next. Okay, we got Olivia from Paper Mario the Origami King. This one's a little bit more basic. Obviously, the ones that were more basic were done on days when I didn't have as much time to draw, so not bad. Like Olivia. Ooh, Mighty Gazelle from F-Zero. This is a character that doesn't get too much fan art, so I'm always happy to draw F-Zero characters because I know they don't get too much attention, but yeah, I really like this character. If you've ever seen the anime, you know this guy has his whole backstory and whatever, but yeah, this one's pretty cool. Kirby the Jolly Fellow. I forgot about this one, actually. I haven't looked at a lot of these since they came out, so this is a bit of a memory lane for me. So this one was a reference to the face that Kirby makes in Kirby Superstar. I believe it's during the tutorial. There's like a line where it says, Kirby is a jolly fellow, or something like that, and he makes this face. I have no clue why. I haven't played enough of the game to know. I just remember that he made this face, and like, I want to draw that. So that's kind of the story behind that. Looks okay. Got Rouge the Bat, one of my favorite Sonic characters. This one looks okay. I mean, I feel like I've definitely improved with her, but, you know, for a year ago, not bad. I like how I'm doing the classic Sonic Adventure 2 pose. That is pretty cool, I think. And, yeah, not much else to say about that one. Toad running. This hand is way bigger than that hand. I have no clue what I thought I was doing when I made this. And honestly, the outline is a bit shaky. Everything just looks a little bit uneven. I don't know. This one's... I don't know. I don't like this one too much. It's okay, I guess. Man. It feels like so long ago that all these were made. Like, honestly, it feels like years ago. Even though it was only 1 year ago. Smug Yoshi. This is obviously based on Yoshi's design from Super Mario World. That was like... back when he looked pretty different. It didn't take long for the modern Yoshi design to come around, but those first 2 games he appeared in, he looked a little bit weird, and obviously you can see he looks pretty smug here, so I believe this was inspired by an official render, I think, possibly. Can't quite recall for certain, but possibly this is inspired on specific artwork. I'm not sure. I'll have to check. It's been one of those days. You know what they say. Hotel Mario is actually a good game. I don't know that. I've heard it's actually a decent game, but the cutscenes... I mean, just look at this. Obviously, you probably know what this is. Hotel Mario. The art direction in that game was atrocious, and honestly, this doesn't look too bad for drawing it by hand, and oh man, like, this is just a disaster if I'm being honest. Like, what were they thinking, man? I mean, just what? I gotta move on. I don't want to look at that anymore. The skull from F-Zero. This one looks pretty good. I actually remember drawing this. Yeah, this one looks really good. Obviously, you got the cracks in the skull and the red, and man, I definitely want to draw him again sometime. He's a fun guy to draw, and I just have to wonder, like, how does a skeleton have eyebrows? Like, we don't have bones in our eyebrows, so I don't know. It's peak character design, I guess. Big Boo from Super Mario World. This is one that I don't remember drawing at all. Like, I really don't remember drawing this. Like, and it's funny. I just was fighting against this boss. I was playing Mario World like a week ago, and I just played against this guy. So that's pretty cool. Bully from Mario 64 Classic. Obviously, it's the older design. They have a bit more of a modern design in the newer games, where they are more blue than black. But this is how they look back in Mario 64, and this drawing doesn't look too bad, in my opinion. Knuckles, okay, a little bit more of a complex one there. I love Knuckles. He's one of my favorite Sonic characters, and honestly, this is really good. I like this. The pose is pretty complicated with the arms crossed like that. I'm really happy with this, and the coloring ain't too bad either, so this is a good one. Silver? Ooh, this is a good silver. Oh man, I like the pose. I like that his hand's kind of coming out. Silver's never been my favorite character in Sonic, but this is a really cool piece. I really like this, especially with the telekinesis stuff coming out of his other hand. That's pretty cool. Come on, go. Ah, I think I missed one. Come on, load. Alright, there we go. Pichu. I mean, he's like the worst character in Smash Bros. What do you want me to say? I'm just kidding. He's okay in my book. I like the character. But yeah, this one looks pretty good. Usually yellow's pretty hard to work with, but I think this one turned out pretty okay. Yeah. The Hungry Luma. Obviously, this is actually pretty funny. Normally the Lumas are pretty nice in Mario Galaxy. Even the ones that are hungry, they are usually pretty generous, but obviously the joke is, oh, he's hungry, so he's getting angry. But yeah, I like this. Pretty funny. Come on, it was like going really slow all of a sudden. I have no clue what's going on. Come on, load. Did I skip one? I have no clue. It's going so slow I can't even tell. I might reload the page, actually. It is going so slow. Come on. It'd be really awful if it just crashed right now. Oh wow, it's like actually crashing. Okay. That's fun. Okay, we're back, and the technical problems are all taken care of. So yeah, so this is the next one. Angry Sun. Ooh, I like this one. This one, I really like the detail and the expression. I think this one looks really good. Definitely one of my favorite ones I've made, I'd say. Dry Bones, okay. Dry Bones is so hard to draw. Like, it's hard drawing skeletons, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't know. Especially, like, when they're all, like, white and you just can't mess up the line art. They're complicated, trust me. This one doesn't look too bad, in my opinion. Ah, the purple Pikmin. I do remember making this. I think I was, like, watching a stream while I was making this. Actually, I believe I was watching a Nathaniel Bandy stream that day. And I just remember drawing this while I was watching that. So that's a memory I have of this one. And looks okay. I mean, can't go wrong with Purple Pikmin. I mean, come on. Dr. Clash from F-Zero, another obscure one, but another really cool character to draw. Again, love the detail in the face, and the hair's really fun too. This character's definitely really unique, so it's always fun getting to draw him every once in a while. Reznor from Super Mario World, another Mario World boss. Reznor is pretty cool. Obviously, he's like a Triceratops with free horns, or honestly, I don't even know what he's supposed to be, but he looks really cool. This drawing looks okay. He's certainly got a lot of toes down there, but yeah, not too bad. Dark Chow, ooh, little Chow garden action going on there. Okay, sorry, little bit of a side tangent here. This is a bit of a hot take, but I don't really care for the Chow garden. Okay, I understand. Like, I understand what it's about. I understand that you're supposed to raise the Chow and put them in the races, and it's like a pet care simulator. I get that, but I've just never really cared for it, and like, I just don't understand why people love it so much. Like, it's fine. I'd rather it be there than it not be there, but like, I could care less about it, honestly. And everyone just adores the Chow Grid. I have no clue why, but the Dark Chow, this one looks okay. I think Dark Chow is honestly my least favorite Chow type. I like the hero one a little bit more, but Dark Chow's okay. Blood Falcon, ooh. Kind of like Captain Falcon's doppelganger, kind of, not really. You gotta watch the show to understand, but this drawing is, I don't really like it that much. I could definitely do better nowadays. I feel like I'll have to do this again sometime. But yeah, he's cool. Nose is weird, but I don't even remember him having fangs, but that's okay. Amy Rose, okay. I really like the pose on this one. This is definitely one of my best Amy Rose drawings. I really like this one. It's a cool pose, and everything about this is pretty good. Line art's really good, and so is the outline. Not too bad. Mr. Saturn, okay. I don't care what anyone says. Mr. Saturn is in Smash Bros. You might not be able to play as him, but not only has he been in every game, but he's featured on the Smash Ultimate mural. He's like, he's a part of Smash Bros. I don't care what you say. Just because he can't play as him doesn't mean that he's not in it. Like it's hard to explain, but he is like he's a character along with everyone else. Like he's cool. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. And this drawing is not as cool. It's a little weak, but I like Mr. Saturn, so it's okay. Waluigi, the Wa Master himself, he's here! And this drawing is pretty good. I definitely don't draw him as much as I should, but yeah, this one doesn't look too bad. I guess since we're on Waluigi, I just gotta let out a little Wah, so... Wah! That was terrible. I could do better, but I'm not going to, because I could spend a whole half hour doing Wahs, but... Obviously we have to move on because Kamek is next, and this drawing is not too bad. I think this is my most recent Kamek drawing, and it's okay. Coloring's a little off. Colors are a little bit weird, but yeah. I like this one. Blaze the Cat, another really great Sonic character. Of course, almost all the Sonic characters are really great Sonic characters. It's really hard to find bad ones, so... This one is really cool. I like the fire on her finger, and the pose is cool. Shoes are a little off, but everything else about it, pretty cool. Sandbag, another Smash Bros. Staple. Ooh, I really like this one. Even though it's just black and white, like, this is pretty cool. I really like the outline. Really cool. Sandbag's just a fun character, even though he doesn't really have a purpose other than just getting tossed around in the games, but he's cool. Bart Lemming. Okay. I'm not going to spoil who it is, because this character is also another character who may or may not Falcon Punch people. Wink, wink. But yeah, if you know, you know. But this drawing's pretty cool. I feel like given how this character is usually in anime form, not too bad. I'm not really good at drawing anime, so and this hardly counts. But not bad, not bad. Oh gosh, it's lagging again. This might just have to be a thing that I do. I have to reload the page every once in a while. Ooh, King Boo from Mario Sunshine. Now, you might be thinking this King Boo looks a little weird, and that's because in Mario Sunshine, King Boo looked pretty different. And it's pretty much the only game where King Boo and the Boos in general just look like that. Like, original Luigi's Mansion, they look pretty normal. Obviously, like Mario Kart Double Dash and Wii looks pretty normal there. Mario Sunshine, he looks pretty weird. Like, he's got the blue eyes and, I don't know, there's just something about him that is just off. Like, if you know what I'm talking about, like, he's just different. But I think this drawing does a good job showing how he looks different. So, yeah. Can the next one load? Oh, this is annoying. Alright, you can see down here it's the red shell. Not really a character. I mean, could be a character. There could be a Koopa in there. We don't know. We could make up stories all day about whether there's a Koopa or not in there, but not too bad. Yeah. It's a red shell. What do you want me to say? It's red shell. Oh my gosh, I love the Dark Star. I mean, I love Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story. I think the Dark Star's such a cool bad guy, and oh, this one looks really cool. I love the blue and the black, and oh man, such a cool final boss. No, I guess he's not really the final boss, but I mean, kind of is, kind of isn't, because it's Dark Bowser. I mean, he is. He is. And then, of course, we got another Bowser's Inside Story character, Dr. Totally. Surprisingly enough, there is not a lot of fan art of Dr. Totally on the internet. Can you believe that? I mean, how could someone as pristine as Dr. Totally not have a fan base as big as you'd expect? Like, come on. I'm just kidding. Obviously, you probably don't even know who this is, but it's a side character in Bowser's Inside Story, the Doctor in Toad Town to be exact. And you run into him a couple times on your journey in that game, and he's pretty cool. Drawing's pretty good, and that's all I got to say about that one. Metal Sonic, ooh, never been the biggest Metal Sonic fan, just because like he never really talks, and oops, I don't know. Metal Sonic's just kind of been an character for me, but this drawing's pretty cool. I always kind of like the engine in his back. A little bit of a wide boy I made him, but that's okay. It's definitely a really cool side view of him. Not bad. Shy Guy, of course, looking mighty shy today. But yeah, Shy Guy's cool. I like Shy Guy, and he sure is sweating up a storm here, so he's cool. This drawing, not bad. Could have done a little bit better. The coloring's a little bit off, but then again, the lighting might have been bad the day I took this photo. Obviously, I probably should have clarified, all these were drawn on hand. I really hope no one out there thought that this was all digital, but yeah, so I would just take a picture of whatever I drew that day and just upload it, and some days the lighting is really horrible, or it was, because I don't really do this anymore, but yeah, so that's why it looks a little bit off, but yeah. Dr. Robotnik. Of course, this is more of a classic Dr. Robotnik. Well, kind of. It's like a mix of classic Eggman and modern Eggman. And I've always struggled drawing Dr. Robotnik. He's a bit of a difficult character to draw for me, at least. And this one isn't too bad. His arms are a little weird. I mean, I drew his arm at like a 90-degree angle. That's pretty weird. Like, that's odd. And his feet are definitely a little bit out there, but then again, it's Dr. Eggman, so what do you expect? Oh, Rosie, my girl Rosie. This one, not too bad. Her eye's a little weird. But other than that, I really like this one. I love the hair on this one, and yeah, the color's a little bit weird. Again, probably just lighting issues, but wouldn't say it's my favorite Rosalina drawing, but not bad. It's Goomba. He's a chunky lad. I mean, what else is there to say? But yeah. Let's see. What else? We got Yellow Pikmin. Love Yellow Pikmin. I mean, look at his ears. Yellow Pikmin have great ears. They're the only Pikmin to have ears, unfortunately. I mean, hey, look at him. He looks so goofy. And the coloring's a little weird down here, but it's okay. Ooh, I forgot about this. Okay. So this is Custom Chow. So this was done for a collab I participated in last year for Sonic's 31st anniversary. And basically, everyone had to pick a different Sonic character, and they were all combined to make one giant mural. And it was really cool because I had never really participated like anything like that at the time. And one of the things that they did like on the side, for all the artists that were in it, they could draw a custom Chow. And this is the one I drew, and it is based on Starlo from Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story. And I thought this was a really cool idea because usually Chows have a little thing on their head, and Starlo kind of has like a star that always floats above his head, and they're kind of the same size and shape, so I'm just like, I think it'd be cool if there was a Starlo Chow, and honestly, I think it turned out really well. And people really seemed to like it. It got featured in the collab, and it was really cool. And then, Surge the Tenrec, yes. This is a character from the Sonic IDW comics, and I gotta read more of those. I've read a few of them, but definitely love this one. This character's really cool, and this drawing's really cool. This is one of my favorites. Coloring's really good. The pose is cool. I love the lightning coming out of her fist. This is definitely one of the best ones I've ever drawn. I'm really happy with this. Ooh, Cheap Chomp. Cheap Chomps are always kind of I've never really liked them as an enemy. They always kind of get on my nerves in the Mario games because you know, I always hate the big fish levels. They always get on my nerves so much because they are so annoying, because the fish is so annoying, and I've said annoying like a million times already, but it's just annoying. Kirby? Ooh, I don't know about how I like this one. He's like lopsided. He's not even a circle, and the pose is just kind of weird. He's just like pointing at me, I guess? I don't know. Everything's just weird about this one. I don't like this one too much, but it works. Kirby from Paper Mario the Sticker Star. Not the Sticker Star, it's just Sticker Star. I don't like that game. Okay, it's a fine game. I never beat it, I got stuck in it, but from what I played, the game's not too bad. And Kirby wasn't too annoying. I think people generally don't like this character too much. I think she's fine, at least from what I played of the game. I don't really know her character too well, but yeah. Okay character, and the drawing, it's okay. Mr. Game & Watch, I can see down here. Ooh. I like the pose. Mr. Game & Watch is always fun to draw, just because you don't really have to worry about the outline, because it's just all black, and you know, I think you can make some really cool art of Mr. Game & Watch just because, you know, he's just a fun character, you know, he doesn't really have hands, he just has circles, doesn't really have feet. You know, he's just a fun character to draw. Like, you'd think a character with, like, no face and, like, just one big nose and, like, an empty mouth would be, like, really boring to draw, but it's actually really fun because you have to be creative in how you show emotion in a character that doesn't really have the features necessary to express emotions, and I don't know, he's just a fun character to draw, honestly. What have we got next? Ooh, okay. I can see down here we got Storm the Albatross. Now, I mentioned before that I was in a Sonic 31st Anniversary collab, and this was the character that I got to draw for that collab. Obviously, the chat was for like a little bonus collab, but this was the main thing I drew, and I think it turned out pretty well. I feel like it would be better if I did it nowadays, but for the time, I'm pretty happy with this. The pose is complicated, I got the hoverboard in there. It is not too bad. Honestly, I'm pretty happy with this, and a lot of people seem to like it when it was in the collab, and I still think this one holds up pretty well. I remember it took me a long time to get this out. It took me like a whole week to draw this, but I was really happy to do it for the collab, and I think it turned out really well, so I'm very happy that I was able to be featured in that, and yeah. Alright, I'm just gonna reload the page real quick. Alright, I think we're about a little more than halfway done, so let's move on because... Oh, here's Koopa Paratroopa. I always just call him Paratroopa, like, does anyone actually call him Koopa Paratroopa? Like, there's already Koopa, so, I don't know, Paratroopa just sounds better to me. But this drawing's pretty cool. Love a little Paratroopa action going on here. The wings look pretty good, and yeah, not too bad. Blue Wisp, ugh. What is going on down here? The coloring is a little bit weird on this one, but it's fine, I guess. And yeah, not much else to say about this one. What have we got? Strolling Stew from Mario Sunshine. Oh my gosh, what an obscure Mario enemy! Like, only appeared in one game. At least I think they only appeared in one game. They might have been in Mario Party, but as far as I know, they were only in Mario Sunshine. They were basically the replacement for Goombas in that game, and man, what a weird looking enemy. He's got little pants on, and I don't know, he's just weird. Weird shaped nose. I don't know. I mean, Strolling Stew, what more can I say? Bob-omb, just a regular old Bob-omb. I love how even like showed how the fuse was a little bit burnt out at the top. I really like that little detail. And yeah, it's a Bob-omb. Pretty cool. Poochie, oh yes, my boy. Like a couple weeks ago, he was added to Mario Kart Tour, and I'm really hoping he gets into Mario Kart 8 because they're adding new characters, and they just added the Yoshi's Island track, and I think it would be really great and really stupid if they added Poochie, because it is a freaking dog, and I don't know, I just think that'd be funny. And this drawing, I really like it. It's Poochie. I mean, even if it was bad, it would still be great because it's Poochie. Birdo, ooh, a little bit of a Birdo shot going on here. Not bad. Not my best work. The coloring could use a little bit of work. Get the hell there. Birdo is always a hard character to draw just because like it's just hard drawing whatever this is supposed to be. Mouth, nose. To this day, I still don't think anyone knows. Heck, I don't even think Nintendo knows what that is. I think they just accept that it's there. But yeah, that's that. Bumpty. Okay, raise your hand if you know who this character is. None of you are raising your hand right now. And the reason I know that is because this character is really obscure. Now, I believe he was in Yoshi's Island. I believe he was in the original Yoshi's Island on the Super Nintendo. Don't quote me on that, but I think he was. But the real reason I remember him is because he was a playable character in Tetris Attack. Now, yeah, then he would have had to be in Yoshi's Island if he was in Tetris Attack because that game was based on Yoshi's Island. But honestly, like, this character is so obscure because I believe he only appeared in those two games and hasn't been seen since. And like, really, who on this planet remembers all of the playable characters in Tetris Attack? That's such an obscure game that hasn't ever been re-released in any form. Like, who knows who this is? Other than me. because I feel like no one ever talks about Bumpty. I think he's cool. Little penguin dude. He's cool. Just remember Bumpty. If you could take away anything from this video, remember Bumpty, okay? Alright, what do we got next? Top Man from Mario Galaxy and sort of Mario Kart Wii. He was kind of a boss in Mario Kart Wii before Nintendo took that away, and at least he's still in Mario Galaxy. But yeah, pretty cool enemy, you know. Yeah, gotta spin. It's not spin dash. That's Sonic. Spin attack, I guess, and you spin attack them into the electric barrier, and pretty cool enemy. Not much to say about this one. Foo. Oh, okay. I'm not gonna lie. I was blanking on this one for a minute. This is from the new Super Mario Bros. Games. This is the cloud that can blow smoke on screen and like gets in your way. I forgot about this character for a second. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, that's who this is. I believe. Did I say? I did not say where it was from. I remember being a new Super Mario Bros. U. He might have been in the other ones, I don't remember, but again, another obscure character. I really enjoyed drawing obscure Mario characters this year. Speaking of obscure Mario characters, here we have Mario's sidekick A.GLG. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, who the hell is this? And this is really obscure. This might be the most obscure character that I've ever drawn. Mainly because they technically did not appear in a single video game or like any Mario media. Now what this was an unused character from the original Mario Strikers game. But like originally they were going to use like generic humans that were kind of based on the actual Mario characters. Like there would have been like humans that looked like Mario and Luigi, like they would have been like doppelgangers, kind of like, I don't know, but they were going to be in the game, but then they ended up getting replaced by like Koopa Troopas and Shy Guys and the Birdos. So this guy ended up getting unused, and I saw in a Tetris gaming video, like I saw this model and I'm like, I'm gonna be the first person to make fan art of this character, because who knows who this is? Like, very few people know. Like, only people who have gone on the cutting room floor and have looked at the Mario Strikers page know who this is. And I feel like most people wouldn't even remember this anyway. I was like, screw it, I'm gonna draw this guy. I'm probably gonna be the only person to ever draw fan art of this guy, but I'm gonna give him some proper love. And that's who this is. And yeah, that's pretty much the story. So, yeah. James McCloud. Fox McCloud's dad. Supposedly, this guy, probably looking at him and like going, Fox McCloud is a fox. How is this human guy the father of a fox? And I don't have an answer, but he's from F-Zero. He is kind of always been teased as Fox's father, even though Fox's father is in the Star Fox games and is a fox. But apparently these are the same person somehow. I mean, it's just kind of like a joke, but yeah. Drawing's not too bad. Really like the hair. This is a pretty cool hair he's got. And yeah. Skip Squeak from the newer Mario games. He was in 3D World, and he's in Mario Maker, and pretty cool enemy. Not the biggest fan of mice, but he gets the job done. Chief Chili from, gosh, he was only in Mario 64 DS, and he was in Mario Kart DS, but I was trying to remember, was he in the original Mario 64? No, that's the Ice Bully, who I have also drawn, but no, this guy was exclusive to 64 DS, and it looks pretty cool. I've always loved his design with the mustache and the eyebrows. Definitely gives the old Bully design some more creativity in life. Definitely like this guy. Shadow the Hedgehog. It's been a while since we saw a Sonic character. This is a really good Shadow. Really love this one. Love the pose. The coloring is great. Ah, man. I think this is my favorite shadow piece that I've done. I really love this one. This one's great. What have we got next? Looks like I'm gonna have to reload it after this one. Honey the Cat. Oh, another obscure Sonic character. Again with characters being cut from video games. She was originally going to be in Sonic the Fighters, I believe? Yes. But then she was cut for... I don't remember the reason. Probably time constraints because the Sega Saturn was a mess and they needed to get that game up by yesterday. But she got added in the Xbox 360 re-release because I believe they re-released the game on the Xbox 360 store like back in 2011, and they added her back to the game. So she did get added to the game eventually, like 15 years too late, but better late than never. And I've always loved her design. I've loved her. She's got some pretty cool hair. I hate that my drawing of her kind of, the ponytails kind of blend together with the rest of her hair. But yeah, this has always been a really cool character, and really like this drawing I did. Alright, we're like 2/3 of the way there, I promise. We're gonna get to the end eventually. There's not that much left to go. Okay, we got Little Yoshi from Tetris Attack, that's right. Now, I believe Tetris Attack is the only game that Little Yoshi is in. Now you might think this is just Baby Yoshi. No, this is Little Yoshi. There's a difference. In Tetris Attack, Yoshi, who was the main character in that game, had like a little partner in that game who was Little Yoshi. He was like a little yellow Yoshi, and he had a different design than the Baby Yoshis, and I believe he could talk as well. And he appeared on the Yoshi stage, I remember. If you went to Yoshi's stage, you could see Little Yoshi hanging out there, and he was just like a really obscure character, and I wanted to give him some love. Like I said, like a lot of people would probably mistake this for Baby Yoshi, but no, he is canonically Little Yoshi, so there's a fun fact for you. Blue Flicky, it's just a Blue Flicky from Sonic the Hedgehog. This is a little weird. His eyes are weird, they're creeping me out. Ooh, this one's just weird. I don't know. His wings, I don't know. I mean, looks okay, I guess. Chain Chomp. Gotta love Chain Chomp. He's always been a little bit of a freaky boy. I remember being really scared of him. I used to be terrified of Chain Chomp in Mario Kart DS. I would always play Double Dash Luigi Circuit in that game, and the Chain Chomp would always freak me out. I would be terrified of him. But nowadays, Chain Chomp's pretty cool. We're pretty cool. And this drawing is also pretty cool. It's weird that the chains are rectangular. I'm probably just lazy and didn't want to draw circles because that would probably take longer. Who knows? Kirby, one of my favorite Kirby drawings. Oh, look at that. Kirby winking. He's kind of pointing at you. Oh, he's such a little cute guy. Kind of reminds me of, what is it? Is it Kirby Star Allies that the box art kind of looks like this? I think so. Maybe. I don't know, I'd have to check. Paper Bowser from the Origami King. Oh, now, I know Origami King came out a couple years ago, but you probably remember that in that game, they folded up Paper Bowser, and this is what he looked like, and I remember this one being really fun to draw just because he had to get Bowser's face into a rectangle, and it was definitely interesting trying to do that, but it was a lot of fun. And the drawing itself, the quality is a bit questionable, but I remember having a lot of fun with this one, just because it was so different. Thwomp, specifically the N64 Thwomp. Definitely, this drawing isn't as scary as the original. The original... Wow. Sorry about that. The original N64 Thwomp was pretty freaky, honestly. Like, if you've ever seen his face, like, man, that's scary, man. It's like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just really scary looking. This doesn't look too bad. This is how I prefer them to look. I much prefer the redesign that they gave the Thwomps, but, yeah. Cool. Mini Mario from the Mario and Mario vs. Donkey Kong series. I guess that's what that's called. I've dabbled a little bit in that series before. Played the 3DS one and the DSiWare one, and a little bit of one of the Wii U ones. I get the names so confused. Like, the names are all so similar that I honestly couldn't tell you like which one was called which, or even like what half of the names even were. But regardless, it's Mini Mario from that series, and this drawing is really cool. I love that the hands are kind of 3D, and yeah, this one's really cool. The hat's a little different, the eyes, it's all just really different and really unique. Love that. Banzai Bill, just Bullet Bill without the arm, and he's got a mouth with teeth. A bullet with teeth. That's pretty scary. Imagine if those existed in real life. Jeez. Paper Rosalina. Paper Rosalina doesn't actually exist. This is just something I wanted to do. I've seen a lot of people make fan art of characters that aren't in Paper Mario, but they're drawn in the Paper Mario art style, and I've always adored that, and I love that I was able to do that once, and I think this looks really good. Yeah. Really, the only difference is that it's a little bit more chibi. The eye is a little bit more in line with Paper Peaches, but yeah, really like this one. And then sticking to the Paper Mario route, we got King Ollie from Origami King. I think this was actually when I was replaying Origami King. I believe back in July I was actually playing Origami King again, and I think that's why I was drawing so much Paper Mario stuff around this time. But yeah, this one's really cool. King Ollie, kind of a mediocre villain in my opinion, but cool design. And we got Yacker, the Wisp from Sonic Colors. I'll be honest, I never finished Sonic Colors. I started it, and I never finished it because I didn't really like it that much. But I don't remember. Is this the Wisp that is like the first one that Sonic and Tails meet? Is that the one? I can't remember, honestly. It's been so long. I think this is like the one that they gave a name. I think his name was Yacker. I don't remember. Clearly I did at one point because I made this and I named it something. No clue if this is what I'm describing or if anyone even knows what I'm describing. I don't know. Let me know if you know what this Wisp is. Another Silver the Hedgehog. This one's pretty good. I remember this one took so long to make, and I have no clue why, because there's barely any coloring. No clue why this one took so long, but not bad. Really like this one. It's always hard drawing Silver with the hair, like you gotta draw it in layers, and it's always been a little complicated for me, but yeah, this one's not too bad. I feel like I've said that for a lot of these. It's not too bad. They're all not too bad. I gotta think of more creative things to say. Because Birdly, okay, another obscure Mario and Luigi character from Bowser's Inside Story. Remember Dr. Tolley from like 20 minutes ago? Yes, this is his pet bird, and he always says FYI. He gives you updates on what's going on in the story, and sometimes he rides around in your pocket, so that's pretty cool. And again, you wouldn't expect it, but there is barely any Birdly fan art on the internet. Like, how could that be? Like, clearly, it's Birdly. It's not like he's only been in one game before. Come on. Dark Sonic from Sonic X, yes! Oh man, I love Dark Sonic. Oh my gosh, look at this. The purple outline around the black, that is so cool. This is like top 10 favorite drawings I've ever done. I love this so much. This is so good. Oh my gosh, I love this. Oh man, he just doesn't have the eyes. Like that was a creative liberty I took. In the show, he does have actual pupils, but man, I think it looks so much cooler this way. Oh my gosh, I can't get over how good this looks. Man, I forgot I even drew this. So good. Alright. It's time to pay our respects to Bobby. the Origami King's been out for, gosh, almost 3 years at this point, and I think I'm allowed to say a few spoilers. If you don't want to be spoiled, just skip ahead a little bit, but he died, man. It's so sad every time I watch that. Every time I play that game, it's so sad. He sacrificed himself in the game, and oh, it's so sad. Every time I see Bobby, I'm just like, man, that's depressing. Especially since he was such a cool character, he was written so well, and then he sacrifices himself right as he's getting his memory back, and oh, he's so cool. Anyway, we got Amy Rose next, so oh man, another really good Amy drawing. Definitely one of the best ones I've done. I love the pose, the coloring's really good, just the design overall, the shape of it all, really great. Love this one. Starfy, oh, another really underrated character. I've never played a Starfy game before, but I know him from Smash Bros. He's an assist trophy in that game, and yeah, I've always just kind of known about him. I'd love to play a Starfy game sometime. I hear they're a lot like Kirby games, and I love Kirby, so definitely have to try that out sometime. And this drawing, pretty good. Okay, Wario Apparition. So this was a reference to Nintendo's E3 presentation from 1996. You probably are, if you're a Nintendo fan, you probably remember this. A couple years ago, this blew up, like in 2020, where there was a giant claymated Wario head floating around, announcing all these games. Like, he announced the Game Boy Pocket, the Nintendo 64, like he was announcing all these games, and it was just this big, creepy, floating Wario head in the Dire Doc's hallway, of all things. And he kept saying, "You want fun? Wario show you fun." And it was just really creepy, just because it was like this big, claymated head, and it was really weird. It was being voiced by Charles Martinet, and he just kept saying, "You want fun?" It's just really weird. And like, if you can look it up on YouTube, and it's just really weird. But that blew up like a couple years ago, and became known as the Wario Apparition, and there's a whole creepypasta about it in Mario 64. There's ROM hacks you can play with it in there. Definitely worth your time if you want to check that out. Alright, Buzzy Beetle? Buzzy Beetle's a very underrated character. He's been in a lot of stuff, but I've always felt like he deserves more love, and this drawing is pretty good. Not gonna lie. Spike Bass, on the other hand, screw him. Like, come on. I have never been that big a fan of Spike Bass. Kind of the deal with whatever his name was before, I can't remember. The big fish that I looked at. It was kind of the same deal where it's, oh, it's a big fish level. Oh, he's gonna get ya. Hey, I've always hated those levels in Mario games. You always just gotta have the big fish levels, don't ya? And the drawing itself is pretty cool, but character itself, what have we got next? Espio the Chameleon, oh, one of my favorite Sonic characters, oh, so cool! Love Espio. I remember it's always so hard, like, trying to come up with poses for him, though, just because, like, he doesn't show up too often, and, like, yeah, he's a ninja, and he's got that going for him, but, like, there's not a whole lot to go with, so it's just hard to, like, come up with ideas for him sometimes, so that's kind of why I don't draw him too much, but yeah, this one is really great. King Boo. Okay, you got me. This one just looks really weird. This is... Okay, just says King Boo. You know, I talked before about how the Mario Sunshine King Boo looked pretty different from a regular King Boo. But that's okay, because that's from something. This looks pretty different from the regular King Boo, and this is from nothing. I guess I just took some creative liberties one day and just made this. I know I've drawn normal-looking King Boo in the past. Don't know what this is, but I still think it looks cool. It kind of reminds me of Luigi's Mansion 3, like that King Boo design, but at the same time, like, it isn't. It's just its own thing. It's weird. Cream the Rabbit. Another great character. And the ears always kind of bothered me. They just look weird to me on this one. I don't know. Maybe they look normal to other people, but for this one, they look really weird to me. But other than that, yeah, I love the sprites. One of my favorites. Little Bone Goomba from New Super Mario Bros. Classic character. I say that, it's not true. It's not a classic character at all, but it's Bone Goomba. Can't go wrong with that. Mario in the blue shell. Of course, you can see his eyes poking out. Of course, they don't actually do that in the game, but, you know, not bad. And, I don't know. Coloring could have been better. Yeah. This one's not too great, honestly. Just What have we got next? Diskin. Oh, I forgot I drew him. He was the mascot for the Famicom in Japan, and he is super obscure. And in a lot of ways, he was kind of like the Nintendo mascot before Mario, in a way. Kind of. Like, early on in the Famicom, like before Super Mario Bros. Like, this was the character. He never appeared in any games as far as I'm aware. But he was just kind of the mascot for the console in Japan, and I don't know. Definitely doesn't get as much recognition as he should, but pretty cool. Okay, we're getting to the end. I know I've said that already before, but I think this is the last little bit. This is the home stretch, and to start it off, we've got Knuckles. Man, what a good pose. Him punching the air. Okay, maybe it's not the greatest pose, but man, I am gassy today. What did I eat? But yeah, good pose, good coloring, good Knuckles. Bashi! No, that was supposed to. It's fine. Rocky Wrench. This actually is a classic Mario enemy. I've been saying that a lot when it isn't true, but this is a classic Mario enemy from Mario Free. Throwing the wrenches. Got the little manhole on his head. Or mole hole. That sounded wrong. Moving on. Fly Guy. Classic from... Gosh. I guess his first appearance was Mario 64. I know he's appeared in stuff since. This has always been a weird enemy to me. It's just a shy guy, but they stuck a propeller on his head. Like, is that part of him? Like, is it just like one of those hats that you wear that you spin it around? And I don't know. Like, this is always just been kind of weird to me. I don't know. I guess it works. Princess Peach. Oh yeah, this one looks great. I actually remade this drawing several months later, and we'll get to that eventually. But yeah, this one looks really great. Really happy with how this turned out. Coloring's great. The face is great. I always struggle drawing her face, but man, this looks pretty good. The giant banana from Double Dash, of course. Classic Mario Kart item. Not really, but it is really cool. I love this item just because it's got the angry face. I think that's really funny, and he's even got like a little bit of a unibrow going on there, so I think that's really great. Just the quality of this one was really good in my opinion. Got the Galumba going on here. Oh gosh. So blurry, the colors are muddy. Next. I don't want to look at that. Oh, that's worse. Oh, gooey. Gosh. This is kind of why I stopped doing art every day, because, in case you couldn't tell, I didn't really go over this, but I used to draw every day, and I don't do that anymore, because obviously I'm busy doing YouTube now. I did both for a while, and now I just kind of do YouTube most of the time, where drawing is kind of like if I have time, I'll draw afterwards. But, yeah, the quality of the work, and just, like, I don't know, like, no one's gonna like this. Like, I was scribbling these together at this point. I was really trying to get as many as I could done. Like, so I could get one out each day, and it was just the quality and the quantity, and just, I don't know, like, no one's gonna like this. Like, it was just random Mario enemies. It was just getting to the point where I'm like, I don't really want to do this every day of my life anymore. I did it for like, I don't know, like 15 months, I think, but yeah, I was definitely over it by the time I stopped. But yeah. Then, of course, I just started doing drawings sporadically, and that gave me more time to work on bigger and better drawings, like Sonic the Hedgehog here. And I really like this pose here. I think it's cool. Kind of looks like he's grinding on rail. Of course, I was too lazy to actually add the rail, but yeah, pose is okay. Coloring's a little off, but yeah. This is my favorite Rouge to the Bat that I've done. Oh, I love this one. This one is really great. I love the coloring. The pose is great. I love the leg crossed over the other one. The pose is really great. I love this one. Probably another top 10 favorite drawings I've ever done. This one's great. Oh, this one's really great. This one was a good idea, I think. But I think I don't know. It just didn't turn out the way I wanted. Obviously, if you've played Sonic Adventure, you know both Chaos and Tikal kind of live inside the Master Emerald. They represent like the good side of it and the bad side, light side and dark side. But yeah, I thought it'd be really cool if I drew like half of Tikal and half of Chaos, so that they kind of made like one character. And obviously the Master Emerald's down here, and I think the idea was good, but I feel like I wasn't skilled enough to make something like that, because I think originally I was just going to blend the middle together, but then I realized like that was really hard with these two specific colors, and it was already too late to like change it, so I just drew an ugly line down the middle. I don't know, this one, I think it's cool, but it could have been a lot better. Dark Bowser, one of my favorite final bosses of all time. I know that's kind of a hot take since it's just a reskin of Bowser. It's not really a clone, even though it kind of is a clone. It's up to your interpretation, really, but definitely one of my favorite looking final bosses, and really love the blue and the red eyes. Oh, so good. And this was done for Halloween. We got Rouge the Bat in her witch costume from one of the Sonic mobile games. It might have been Sonic Forces Speed Battle, or it might have been Sonic whatever the other one is. There's a lot of Sonic mobile games where they have costumes like this. It could have even been from the Sonic channel art. Actually, that might have been where it's from. I don't remember. It's from some sort of art from Sega, and yeah, not too bad. Of course, this is my other Halloween piece for 2022. We got Luigi wearing the wolf costume, and this was from it was from some promotional art that Nintendo did for Halloween, for like a Halloween sale or something, and they drew all the Mario characters wearing Halloween costumes, and this was Luigi, so figured might as well. Alright, and we've got the Rouge the Bat Sonic Prime art. Yes, I love this one. This one turned out really nice. I prefer Rouge's original design over the Sonic Prime one. I feel like it kind of took away part of her personality a little bit, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I still really like it. I was really excited when they announced a redesign, even though I didn't like it as much. And yeah, man, this handbook is really good. I'm really happy with this hand. That looks great. And what have we got next? We're getting to the end here, guys. We really are. Cataquack for National Cataquack Day. Yes, I made up a holiday. November 3rd is National Cataquack Day, and you have to play a game with a Cataquack in it. So it could be like Mario Kart Double Dash or Mario Kart Wii. It could be Mario Sunshine. It could be Mario Galaxy. That's all I can think of, but I don't know. It's National Cataquack Day, and every November 3rd on that holiday. You know, you gotta do something for the Cataquack fans out there, because you know there are Cataquack fans out there, right? Right? We got Sonic the Hedgehog here, and he is looking mighty fly. Oh man, this is a really cool pose. Actually, this was part of another collab that I did this year. Not quite as big of a collab, but this was for Smash Bros. Brawl collab, and this one was, I believe the collab happened in January, but I did this back in November, and yeah, I'm really happy with how this one turned out. I think this one looks really cool. I wish the colors were a little bit more vibrant, but yeah, the pose is really cool. I love the hand back here. Yeah, this one's pretty neat. Okay, this is the last traditional piece, and then we've got just a few digital drawings, and that'll be the end. So, got Reindeer Yoshi. This was done for the holiday season, and believe I drew this back in 2021 as well. But yeah, not too bad. It's always fun seeing characters dressed up in a little bit more of a festive attire, so it's always fun to draw that. And yep, here we are. My first digital drawing. Look at this. This is atrocious. Oh my gosh, look how pixelated and gross it is. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, I just have no words for this. Like, it is, gosh, like, it was my first time, to be fair. I had done a little bit before, but this is my first time using a drawing tablet, and I was a little bit confused. I don't know. I definitely have improved since, but man, this is not good. Of course, next we got Rosalina, and this is definitely a lot better than the first one. Definitely less pixelated. There's just more details. The background looks more interesting because there is a background this time, and yeah, not too bad. And then we get to this, and this is really pixelated again. I don't know what happened, but yeah, it's okay, I guess, but it's still pixelated, and I hate it, and I don't want to look anymore, so moving on. Kirby, man, I made his face really small for some reason. Maybe it's fine, but I don't know. I really like the background with the clouds. That looks pretty cool, and I mean, it's cool that I made a background that was not just a single color. That's what I do most of the time, but yeah, not too bad. Ooh, Rusty Rose. This took me a whole month to make. I remember this. Man, this was really hard, but I really wanted to do it, and I think it came out okay. There's a lot of shading on here, a lot of different colors going on, and it was really fun because it was really intricate. And yeah, definitely one of the more intricate things I've ever drawn, and I'm really happy with how this one turned out. So yeah. Got Blue Toad. Of course, March. Probably don't know this, but March is officially Blue Toad Awareness Month because not enough people know about Blue Toad. So every March, you gotta celebrate Blue Toad somehow. So of course, I just had to draw him for the occasion, and not too bad at drawing. This is at the point where I was starting to get more comfortable doing digital art, and yeah, this one turned out pretty well. So we got the little eShop bag here for 3DS, and obviously, very recently, the 3DS eShop closed, as well as the Wii U one, and man, still sucks. It's really sad that all these stores are closed now. Man, it really is sad. But, what are you gonna do? And, I drew this in commemoration of the eShops, and, it's sad, but at least I'll always have this to remember them by. Rest in peace, little dude. He never had an official name. He's just the Nintendo eShop bag, but R.I.P., my little friend. And this is going to be the last drawing for today. We got Kirby here to finish things off, and this is probably my favorite Kirby one that I've ever done. looks really great. I love the colors, the shading's good, and yeah, that's pretty much all I got. So yeah, so that was all of my art from basically 1 year ago today. Gosh, would have been April 22nd, 2022 to April 22nd, 2023. There were a lot of pieces in there, and I appreciate all of you guys checking it out. If you'd like to see all of my art in the future, or if you want to look at any of these drawings in greater detail for yourself, make sure to check the links in the description. The best place to go is probably the DeviantArt account, because that is specifically made for art, and you will probably be able to find everything a lot easier. And yeah, so you can look at stuff from the past years, and really anything that I've ever drawn, you can find it pretty easily there if you want to check that out. So be sure to do that if you want. And I just want to say thank you again to everyone who supported me this past year. Obviously, my art has definitely taken a bit of a toll. I haven't done nearly as much as I wanted to. The thing is, I'm just so busy with YouTube and school and everything. It's just hard to be able to tackle everything that I want to do, and unfortunately, this is where I kind of have to put this in the back seat and just kind of do it whenever. But hopefully, I'm able to do more art in the near future, and I am really looking forward to getting better at it and just making more art for all you people. So thank you again for watching, and thank you for everyone who supported me in the last year. Really do appreciate it. And that's all I got for today. I will see everyone again real soon. Actually, there was a brand new challenge video that just came out that I would really appreciate if you checked out. I'll put it in the end card here that you can check out. And yeah, until next time, goodbye.